In this video, I'm going to review a brand which I'm almost certain you won't be thinking of buying, but after this review, let's find out whether you should be considering these bad boys. So this brand has been around for a long time, and in fact, this particular lineup is celebrating their 20-year anniversary, but now with a new look and a new attitude. These are the Tour Edge Exotics, and I'll be honest, they look phenomenal. Like, whenever I've seen Tour Edge clubs before, tested them, hit them, seen them here in the studio, I've been a bit like, yeah, all right, they don't look bad. Wow, what a redesign, what a facelift. These look premium, exotic, and they're actually having a brand refresh considering Tour Edge is celebrating 40 years this year. I've got in the bag here the CB Forged and the MB Forged. We're going to hit them both in this video. Price wise, from 40 pitching wedge, just under £950, and they are packed with tech as well. So they don't just look good, they're also promising better feel, better forgiveness, really good distance. You've heard it all before from an iron, but I'll be honest, these look phenomenal. Now, tell me, you can tell me in the comments below or verbalise this, have you genuinely ever considered Tour Edge golf clubs? I could imagine 99.9% of the guys watching the video will probably say no. I don't blame you, because kind of, I don't know, when you think about your TaylorMade, your Titleist, your Pings, your Callaways, etc., your new brands coming out like Tacoma, Vice, etc., where did Tour Edge sit in that lineup? Well, let's hit them and let's find out. Like I say, on looks, they look superb. Wow, just looks so clean. Really, really nice design. Again, there's technology in here. There's this new VibraCore channel, which contains a feel-enhancing TPU directly behind the face, which delivers pure feel and precise feedback. So that's this little squishy section right behind the head here. This is supposed to give me a really good feel. It's a forged iron anyway, so I'm expecting it to feel good. Behind the ball, quite straight lines. Like the leading edge is quite a little bit thick, but very sharp, straight lines. Actually, this leading edge here is super, super straight. Again, this is the CB, so the cavity back model. Got the MBs in the bag as well, which is the muscle back, the more blade looking club. Loft-wise in the 7-iron, it's 32 degrees. So I reckon this will fly somewhere in the mid 170s, maybe even getting closer to 180. Oh, that felt lovely off the face. It's a little bit of a clean strike, but that felt very nice. Yeah, 176 carry, running out to 181. That was a nice feel. Like I say, it was a bottom strike. It wasn't pured, but it felt really, really soft. Straight out the blocks, that was pretty good. Oh, another slightly clean one again. Let's see how that performs on distance. Yeah, it's gonna land short of the green, but run up to the front edge. Just catching these a little bit clean on the first two shots, but considering I've not struck them great yet, they do feel really good. That was a nicer hit. Catch a bit of green. Come on, I can do better than that. That was a better strike though, more in the middle. Oh, that's the one. That's the one, right in the center of the face. Get up there. Yeah, it stopped a little bit quicker. That strike created a little bit more spin there as well. First few hits, I like that. Even the first couple of ones where I struck low on the face, like the distance, certainly that first one, I slightly drew it, but it carried into the mid 170s comfortably. That last one was better struck, much more in the middle. It's a very satisfying feel off the face. Like it's that softness of a forged, but it also feels like it's got a little bit of a trampoline effect off the face. Like it feels like the ball's coming off nicely. Good height, good spin numbers. Yeah, so far so good. I'm gonna hit some more with the 7-iron, then we'll switch clubs. Oh, that was nice. Sounds really solid as well. Interestingly, maybe not going quite as far as I expected. I was expecting with the 32 degrees of loft, it to be shooting more to kind of landing near the pin and actually rolling towards the back. I mean, it doesn't offend me they're not going stupidly far, I mean, 172 on that last carry distance is pretty good. But maybe I was thinking with the look of the golf club and the loft, maybe it going a little bit longer. And that was such a nice strike. I couldn't ask for much more than that. Oh, slightly pulley one. Yeah, it's still there and thereabouts. I can put it from there. That's the nicest one. That is the nicest one. Yeah, even that's the top end of how far it's carried. That's carried at 176. I could not hit it any better. 93 miles per hour club head speed. That's faster than actually what I normally swing it. 125 ball speed. I mean, again, it doesn't offend me that it's not going stupidly far. From front to back dispersion, it is ticking all of the boxes. Okay, pitching wedge next in the CB model still. This is 46 degrees of loft, so it's pretty standard pitching wedge. Again, looks beautiful. Love the shaping on it. It's just very sharp and almost quite clinical. Whoosh. It's like it's been one of them. Right, 130 yards. That was nice. The feel is fantastic. The feel is absolutely fantastic. Like, honestly, really nice. Sometimes it's difficult because obviously I'm here behind a screen reviewing a golf club, but hopefully I can kind of express that feel. I test a lot of golf equipment, and for me, it's in the upper echelons of how soft this golf club feels. Like it's butter soft. As good as a Mizuno, the softest Mizuno feels. That's almost, I'm giving it that much praise. Interestingly, I'm feeling like it's coming off the face nicely, but it's not absolutely flying off the face. I saw that with the 7-iron. I'm seeing this with the wedge even on that first shot. I was even looking at that thinking that was going to travel further. Carried exactly 133, which is lovely. It's not long, but it's just very nice. Really nice feel. Good clubs. So far, I'm very impressed. Again, 133 carry on the nose. It's what you want from a pitching wedge. You want that consistency. What's my number? How can I hit it time and time again? So a couple more with the wedge. If that hits 133 again, I'll be impressed. Oh, it landed at 132. I mean, that is so consistent. Let's go one more. In my head, that's gone further. Oh my gosh. That is ridiculous. I've just hit 132, 132, sorry, 133, 133, 132, 133 on the carry distances. You look at the dispersion circle of those 4 pitching wedge shots, they are literally on top of each other. Wow, that was really good. This new TE, this Tour Edge new logo, looks really clean. Don't know why, I'm sure, if I'm not mistaken, Tony Finau have quite a similar logo design. Almost if you took off that last little line of the E, I'm sure Tony Finau has something quite similar. Anyway, there's only so much you can do with 2 letters, let's be honest. Right, 4-iron. This is 22 degrees of loft. So far I've been impressed. 7-iron's been superb. The pitching wedge was unbelievably accurate. What I'm intrigued to see here with the 4-iron is, do we lose much distance? I don't feel like we've gained any distance with these irons, which again is not a negative, but do we lose any on the longer irons? Let's find out with the 4-iron. Again, quite a chunky top line. You know, I use quite a similar iron from TaylorMade. I use the P7 CBs, so kind of very much a direct competitor. Interestingly, these are priced at £950. The TaylorMade brand news are about £300 more, £1,250. I would say just this top line on this iron is definitely a little bit chunkier. It's a little bit sharper, more not soft on the corners. Probably not as big of a fan of the looks compared to my CBs. They're just a bit sharper. Almost remind me a little bit Shrixer-esque. Oh, it felt great, but I've hit it off the planet. Okay. That's a bit of pilot fault, that. Iron felt superb, but I just definitely left that face open. That's better. I'm gonna catch the right side of the green. Obviously it's a faster golf shot, so sometimes you can't always feel the iron as much like it feels because it's going so much faster, but it still does have that nice soft feel. 209 carry, great with a 4-iron. Some good spin rates, over 4,000 RPM spin, and apparently they have improved the actual groove technology to keep that spin up. I mean, obviously we're talking a 4-iron here, but that was really nice. Oh, come on, Rick. One right, one straight, one left. That was nice. Tiny bit clean, but look at that, landing 210, rolling out to 220. Okay, let's go one more. I want to hit a really soft, really middled one straight out the face. Oh, that was lazy. Not weirdly enough, I don't know whether it's because of the looks, and I'm a very visual player when it comes to irons. But the looks, it's not sitting behind the ball quite as nicely as the 7-iron and the pitching wedge. I'm not saying that's why the shots aren't as good, but it's not as visually pleasing behind the ball. But I can't fault the feel. I cannot fault the feel at all. The more I'm hitting these clubs, the more I feel like it's a blend between kind of, I'm going to say a blend between Mizuno and Srixon. It's almost like as if Mizuno and Srixon had conceived a golf club. This could be it, which is a compliment. It's a huge compliment. Right, let's move on to let's have a look at the data, and then we'll move on to the to the MBs, the muscle back, the blades. Numbers wise, really solid. Carrying distance with the 7-iron, 172 yards. Again, I was maybe surprised it didn't go a little bit further, but look at the number under 172. That's the standard deviation. The worst shot was only 3 yards less. The best shot was 3 yards more. Spot on. The pitching wedge, however, wow, 133 yards on average carry distance. And that was 133, 133, 132, 133. Good spin number, good ball speed, great height, tick, 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 tick. The 4-iron, average carry 204. You could tell I didn't hit it great in those shots with the 4-iron, but again, really good spin numbers, okay carry distances. I just felt like on a couple of bad strikes, I did get punished a bit too much potentially. But overall, very impressive feel. Very impressed with the 7-iron and the pitching wedge. Didn't love the looks of the 4-iron. Didn't love the performance. But listen, let's go on to the MBs next, the muscle back irons. I'm very intrigued to hit these ones. If they feel as good, I'm excited. Wow. That is a thing of beauty. This is the Tour Edge Exotics MB Forged 4-iron. We're going to kick off with this actually. I'm going to start with the 4-iron because again, these two sets are also designed to be comboed, you know, so you might have the CBs from 4-iron to 7-iron, let's say, and then you might move into MBs from 8-iron down to pitching wedge. There's not many players now using a bladed 4-iron. So let's hit this first with the MB. I do like the look of this. Obviously you lose a little bit of that cavity back, hence why this is now a muscle back, not a cavity back. You still keep the vertebra core channel, which contains again this feel enhancing TPU, which is directly behind the face, which apparently is delivering that pure feel. Like you're getting that great feedback from the iron. And I must admit, that's what I saw with the CBs. Low strikes still felt great. This is 4-iron, 22 degrees. All the lofts of the CBs and the MBs are the same. So it makes blending the set very easy. Gorgeous looking iron, just looks like a shrunk down version of the MB. Let's give this a rip. Imagine if I hit this one better. Oh, behave. Behave. Oh, that was nice. Why did I just knew I was going to end up hitting that one better. Again, I mentioned before, I'm very visual. For me, visually, this is nicer. It's not quite as chunky, it's not quite as boxy, it's a little bit more streamlined. I don't think many players are going to be using this 4-iron, I'll be honest with you. I'll hit a few just so we've got some data on it. Oh, beautiful. Really beautiful. Yeah, I like that a lot. Oh. Oh, yo, 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 yo. It was inevitable, wasn't it? That's still done all right, you know. Now, there's obviously a little bit, I'm hitting this off a mat. If you're hitting this off grass, it might not be quite as forgiving. I mean, that wasn't horrendous. I struck that really bad. Low heely strike. Still carried 202. Like, it's still pin high. I just want that feel. Inject it into my veins. Oh, yes! Love that feel. Honestly, and that's a beautiful golf shot. The feel of these irons are exceptional. Exceptional. Right, where I'm going to take this now is, I'm going to almost picture that if you are going to blend this set, at the halfway point might be where you start thinking about blending it. So we've already hit the 7 irons of the CBs. I'm actually going to now switch over to the 8 iron of the MBs, because I think this is where most golfers will kind of switch between that more bladed iron if it was an option. So this is the MB Forged Tour Edge Exotics 8 iron. This loft is 36 degrees. I'm going to put it out there at like 170 pin. I think this loft and this type of iron probably should be landing front edge of this green. This looks so nice. Again, if literally someone put this iron in my hand and said, what brand is it from? I'm definitely edging towards a very Shrixon look. And then when I hit it, if someone said, how's it feel? I'm like, it feels like a Mizuno. That was a little lazy swing. I didn't try and absolutely nuke that. Wow, what a golf shot. What a golf shot. Such a nice sensation off the face. Really is. I think a lot of golfers, genuinely, I know I started this video by saying this is probably a brand you're not going to consider. Why not? Why is it not in the conversation? Marketing, I'd say marketing's a big one. They often aim for kind of more senior players. A lot of the pros that they sponsor is like Bernhard Lang. When I played with him in Germany last year, he was using Tour Edge. A lot of the equipment was Tour Edge. A lot of the more established players are using Tour Edge. I feel like they're going now for a bit more of a younger market. The cool kids. Sorry, I shouldn't call myself a cool kid. Right, that was nice. First shot was really good. Is it the fact they're going for the cool kids, or is it just that I'm getting older? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like a fine wine Tour Edge. Becomes more of a distinguished taste. That's kind of where I'm expecting it to land, just in that over 160, 162, 163. Again, if we married that up with the 7 iron carry distance we were getting, with the CB, the average carry distance was 172. So I kind of want this sitting about 162. You know, no more than 165 on average, really. Yeah, nice. Perfect number again. Perfect carry distance. Right, so far, very, very good. Okay, finally, pitching wedge. I'm just getting a few shots with this just to get the numbers. I wonder if it can do it'd be more accurate than the 8 iron. Sorry, the pitching wedge of the CBs. So just quickly round off this review, flying through the numbers of the MBs. I mean, just exactly where I want them to be. The 8 iron was carrying at 163 again. If I married that up with the 7 iron from the CB, that's a nice 9-yard gap between the 8 iron and the 7, brilliant. Pitching wedge, again, very, very, very accurate. Average carry distance 134, again, standard deviation just 2 yards from either side. In fact, that's the same on the 8 iron. And even the 4 iron, 206 average carry distance, only 3 yards of standard deviation front to back. Superb. Like a really, really good lineup. At £950, they should be a serious consideration when looking for irons. They should be in the mix. Whether they will be, who knows? That's down to you guys. Stay tuned, lots more to come. And if you want to find out more information about the Tour Edge irons, click the link down below, and we shall see you next time. Peace.